It's Derek McCaw sitting here with Charlotte Huggins, the producer of Journey to the Center of the Earth 3D. We're here at WonderCon. Actually, this is kind of exciting because this is the first time anyone anywhere has seen footage from this film, right?
That is correct. We're going to show 26 minutes of the movie tonight in 3D, digital 3D, so we're very excited. This is going to be an exciting crowd, we hope, to watch the movie.
Since it's actually built into the title, we should focus on this as 3D. Why this particular process? I mean, I know there's a lot of different companies out there doing 3D. What has sold you on this one?
I was looking for a long time. I used to make IMAX 3D movies, and so I did a lot of IMAX 3D, which is a different format, but it's a very high-end, high-resolution, inherent 3D process. So we're looking at sort of, when Spy Kids 3D came out, it seemed obvious by the reaction that kids had to 3D that we needed to find a property to make a feature film in 3D. But I wanted to capture it in digital 3D and present it in digital 3D. And Walden Media had been working with Jim Cameron on his 2 IMAX movies in 3D. So they were developing Journey to the Center of the Earth. And the idea sort of evolved that this was an inherently good 3D topic. Because if you're going to create a 3D movie, you want to take people someplace they've never been before. You could make a 3D movie about, life at a school or life in a city, but people know what that looks like in 3D. They see it every day. So when we got to the idea of this book that has all these amazing set pieces and incredible, unimagined, worlds, we thought this is a perfect environment for a good 3D story.
Which then brings up a question. This really is, it's not even an update. It feels almost like it's a sequel, from what I'm reading, to what the novel actually is. So why modernize it and have Brendan Fraser's character be literally following the plot of the novel, rather than just put him in the novel itself?
We decided early on that because the technology of the movie was so advanced that we would modernize the story. But then when Brendan signed on board to the movie, he immediately said that he wanted, and we did too, to stick as closely to the book as possible. So the idea of the story came to take the novel and incorporate the theme of the novel within the story. They talk about the book. They talk about the set pieces in the book. And the story is that his brother, Brendan's character's brother, and his nephew's father, so it's the same guy, Max Anderson, went missing. And they come to realize very early in the story that they think he went to Iceland in search of the portal in Mount Snuffles that's in the actual book, Journey to the Center of the Earth. So we end up in Iceland, and instead of Hans, the Icelandic guide, we have Hannah. Our actress is Icelandic. She speaks Icelandic in and out throughout the movie. She speaks English as well, thankfully, so we'd have to subtitle her. But she's fantastic. So the 3 of them end up very much following the plot of the book, but it has a modern feeling to it. So these people are experiencing all of these crazy things like prehistoric dinosaurs and underground oceans from a modern perspective, from a modern, point of view.
So, you've done since, obviously, a lot in your background is 3D. What about that made this suddenly your life's work?
3D is something that once you put the glasses on and you experience it, you just can't, you don't want to do anything else. Just watching audiences watch a 3D movie is so much fun. I worked on Honey, I Shrunk the Audience with Eric Brevig, and he and I were doing the visual effects. And we met on that set. And Eric really taught me a lot about 3D on that set. And that was, I guess, 16 years ago. And Eric is now the director of Journey to the Center of the Earth. So our paths separated and we came back because of 3D as well. But it's really that once you do, when I worked on Honey, I went to Florida and I sat and watched audiences watching that movie. And it was amazing the reaction that they had to the physical relationship they have with the movie. In a 2D movie, you sit in the theater and you watch the movie. In a 3D movie, you sit in the theater and you're part of the space. So we like to say that it's not that people will watch them go to the center of the earth, it's that you get to go to the center of the earth with them. And you really feel it. When they fall, you feel like you're falling. When they're in peril, you feel like you're in peril. When something attacks them, you feel like you're being attacked. You watch people grab the arms of their chairs. You watch them duck. It's such a kinetic experience that once I did it, I never wanted to do anything else.
Is this going to translate? Is this a new process that will translate into home video that kids at home can have this, or you just release it every year and hope?
No. We are absolutely going to have 3D in our home video release, and the Blu-ray system really helps us a lot because it has so much extra, capacity on the actual disc. Absolutely, when Journey to the Center of the Earth 3D comes out, there will be at least one version of 3D. So we'll have a 2D version just because it works in 2D and you can watch it in 2D. We may have an anaglyph version, but it won't be the red-blue, the old-fashioned red-blue. It'll be some sort of new form of anaglyph that'll be a lot easier to watch, and still pretty satisfying, particularly off of a Blu-ray disc and on the high-quality television screens that people now have. You can get a pretty good 3D experience, but there are literally hundreds of thousands of televisions being shipped right now from at least 3 different manufacturers that are 3D enabled. There are remotes for these televisions that have a button that say 3D, and what that button will do is trigger something within the software of the television set that will provide an alternate frame, so that you'll have shutter glasses that will go. You'll buy your shutter glasses at Best Buy's, and you'll plug them into the box that you buy, and your TV is 3D enabled.
Wow.
And that's the future. And that is the future.
I had no idea that was coming, so thank you.
It's coming around the corner.
Journey to the Center of the Earth 3D will be released at theaters everywhere on July 11th, 2008. Well, thank you for your time, Charlotte.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure.
Derek McCaw for Fanboy Planet and moreonlife.com.